Listen up.
This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, the 64th Annual Grammy Awards are happening April 3rd in Vegas at the MGM Grand, and Kanye was supposed to perform, but he has been pulled from the lineup. Now, Grammy organizers have not responded to outlets' requests for comment, but they said that it's because of his recent social media activity. Trevor Noah is hosting the awards, and some people said it was because of him, and he said on Twitter, I said counsel Kanye, not cancel Kanye. If you remember, they had a bit of a back and forth because of some things that Trevor Noah said about Kanye, about how Kim Kardashian is one of the richest women in the world and she's unable to get her ex to stop texting her, to stop chasing after her, to stop harassing her. And he said it's terrifying to watch what she's going through.
Well, Trevor said what he said, and what he said was correct. And, you know, Kanye has been running around here saying and doing what he wants, and he cannot tell people how to react to that. If the Grammys don't want him to perform, then guess what? He earned that.
Now, they're saying that it's not a surprise to Kanye's team. They were not surprised by that decision at all.
And also, don't you think Kanye and his team are using this for attention? Because he wasn't even announced as a Grammy performer. Nobody would have known he wasn't performing if he didn't say something. And I don't think it was smart to release that information because it's probably going to lead to other people, you know, doing the same thing. They didn't even announce Kanye as a Grammy performer yet.
I think the Game announced he was taking off, right? Wasn't it the
Game?
Game?
Yeah, but I'm saying the Grammys never announced he was performing. So why even put that information out there? Nobody would have even known that if y'all didn't put that out there.
All right, well, he also has 5 nominations for this year's ceremony, including Best Rap Album and Album of the Year for Donda.
But you got to understand the Grammys. They just don't want no problems, especially with Trevor Noah hosting. They don't want no problems.
I don't even think it's about Trevor. I think they just don't trust Kanye on a live stage.
And I get it. There's no
telling what Kanye might say on a live stage. He might, you know, who knows? Who knows what Kanye will say at this point on a live stage.
And I completely understand.
All right, well, Trevor Noah had also posted, don't ever forget the biggest trick racists ever played on black people was teaching us to strip each other of our blackness whenever we disagree. I don't care if you support Trump and I don't care if you roast Pete. I do, however, care when I see you on a path that's dangerously close to peril and pain.
I'm going to be honest. Everybody says Kanye was using a racial slur towards Trevor. I don't think he was using a racial slur. I just don't think Kanye can spell. I think he was trying to spell out kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. And he put it coon. I'm telling you,
no.
I don't think he even meant it as a racial slur, yo.
No.
I just don't think he can spell.
No.
I'm telling you, because kumbaya means what? Peace, right?
Yeah, it's a song.
Yeah, I really think he meant to type out kumbaya.
Instead of coon. Baya.
He spelled it coon. It's kumbaya, not coon.
Now, the Game has defended Kanye after the Grammys
so.
have pulled him as a performer. He said, when will all the black entertainers, athletes, actors, producers, writers, directors, media, etc. figure it out? Time and time again, they show us that they only want to steal the culture, not allow you to ever be their equals, in a more than obvious move for reasons of minuscule actions. The Grammys have at the last minute decided to pull Kanye from performing on the show as if we didn't know it was coming. Could be because Trevor Noah is hosting and there was a conversation held amongst his team and the Academy that led to the decision, or because Ye's account was suspended just days ago for reasons unknown, especially in a world where all the negativities of the world can be found on the same app with no repercussions or suspensions.
This has nothing to do with race. What Game is saying is right? But it's nuance to it. Like, this has nothing to do with race in the case of Kanye. At what point do we as grown men hold each other accountable for our behavior? What Kanye has been doing is wrong. If y'all love that man, tell him relax, get it together before he actually loses something that's, you know, jeopardizes his livelihood.
There's a lot of people that's been saying he's wrong. You mean people on his team?
Yes.
People closest to him.
Don't blame don't call the Grammys. I mean, listen, we know the Grammys are notoriously racially biased, but come on, this isn't one of those times.
All right, now Maury Povich has announced he's retiring after 31 seasons of Maury. This show originally premiered in 1991 called The Maury Povich Show, and we all know it's famous for those paternity tests. But news broke that it's not coming back, and so it'll complete its run of original episodes in September of this year, and then it will not return for another season. Now, reps from NBC Universal confirmed the news to Today via email, and they shared a statement from Maury. 6 years ago, when I was ready to retire, my NBC Universal family asked me to continue the show, even though I told them I was ready for assisted living. Out of loyalty to NBC Universal and my more than 100 staff and crew members, Tracy Wilson and I agreed to one more deal. I'm so proud of my relationship with NBC Universal and all those who worked on The Maury Show. But as I occasionally tell my guests on Maury, enough already.
Oh, Maury been around for 30 years. Maury ain't missing no meals. Okay?
He'll be A-okay.
He'll be A-okay.
And I'm sure he's ready. As he said, he's over it. He's ready to retire. So he had a really great run. All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
All right.
Kanye never ceases to amaze me, though. He just doesn't.
How'd you get back to Kanye?
I just was thinking about it. Because this is what they do. They conflate two issues, right? Yes, the Grammys are notoriously racist, racially biased, right? But what that got to do with how Kanye's been acting?
Nothing.
You know what I'm
Nothing
saying?
at all.
Like, it's so...
It's something that we've been saying
they
for a
do
long
it
time
all
here.
the time. They conflate two issues, and it psychologically tricks people. You know what I mean? To make it seem like Kanye's the victim and he's being done wrong, and nobody ever holds him accountable for his actions, when the reality is, no, he earned this.
All right. Well, we got front page news next. What are we talking about?
Yes, and let's talk about China providing money and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. We'll tell you about that.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.